has got his second bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And that one's good by Butler.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Curry with the steal. Here's Yao, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. George is checked in for Howard. And it's James Harden in for Butler. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Ezeli's checked in for Varejao. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams. Here's Curry. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Dellavedova, the pass to Ezeli, and the layup is good. Ezeli's got 6.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. Curry with the steal. For the finish, rips down the breakaway slam.
God, you're kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
And another 3 for Golden State.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
And, Greg, we're seeing that here tonight. I mean, so many of their mistakes and miscues have resulted in easy baskets.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And they're not taking their...
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Warriors ahead, running away with it.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 22 points, 5 assists, and 6 steals. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They're getting completely outworked on the glass. Giving up that many rebounds is how you dig yourself into a hole like this, Ernie. They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. You like that, Ernie? They want to close the gap on the scoreboard. They got to close the gap on the boards. Oh, I'm so good.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. 22 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
On the court for Cleveland, Mo Williams out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 slot.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Williams dishes to Love. Thompson outside. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Harden. All alone. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Picked by Williams, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. You know, Anthony Davis, seen as a defense-first superstar when he was drafted out of Kentucky, but his offensive game has really blossomed so much that you'd say it's defense now where he still can really improve.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Double team on Williams. Thompson against Harden. They set the screen. It's Thompson off the drive. Outside for Jefferson. Kept alive.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And for Anthony Davis, a tremendous shot blocker. Great mobility for his size, Clark. He can be a terror, certainly, defensive.
Yeah, he's got all the tools, Kevin. I mean, I think as he grows in his awareness and positioning, anticipation, he'll be a player who can contend for Defensive Player of the Year every year.
Durant's checked in for the Warriors. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Iman Shumpert has come in for Richard Jefferson. Looking to end the run. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Harden. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Warriors. Williams against Irving. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. Off the screen. The shot is off.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Thompson against Irving. And that one's good. Irving's got 11.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Goes back up, and the layup good by Mozgov.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Westbrook. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson, Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Westbrook with the steal. Here's Harden. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Williams against Westbrook. Thompson outside. 5 to shoot. From downtown. Shot's good. Thompson's got 7 points. And so it's Golden State with it. They host the Kings after this game. It's Westbrook with the drive, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
George is checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Irving. Then for the Cavaliers, Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Williams.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Thompson, a screen on Curry. Here's Dellavedova. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Dellavedova's got 6.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Releases, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Pick by Varejão. Outside Shumpert. Thompson sets the pick for Shumpert. And there's the pass to Thompson. Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And finished off by Davis.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Cavaliers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Paul George is out there with Howard. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. That's the Warriors' foul. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Right side, George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And it's Butler with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here's...
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the